Well, I'm A.K. Pandey, Senior Manager, Udyog Bandhu. It is one of the agency of the state government that has been designated as a nodal agency for the NRIs and PIOs. And whatever the problems and issues of NRIs and PIOs are there, and if it is addressed to us, we look into it and see that their problem, their things are sorted out, and we take up the matters with different departments in our regular meetings held at monthly basis at Udyog Bandhu at Lucknow. And as far as the senior level meetings are concerned, that is also taken up at the level of Chief Secretary. So it is our humble request to all the NRIs and PIOs, if they would be getting a friendly treatment or rather brotherly treatment if they come to UP, and they would be getting a red carpet welcome. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
From London.
London. So, do you visit it here every year?
No, this is my first time.
And what is the reaction in first time?
Mixed feelings, to be honest. I mean, I came expecting it to be somewhat what it's like. It's a really interesting group of people, interesting panels, but somehow I feel it hasn't sort of gelled and come together in the way that I would have wanted it to. I think just the informal sessions, meeting people has been very interesting, but in terms of the panels and things, I found it a bit disappointing.
So you think that it worked in terms of the human connection?
Right, in terms of it works in terms of the human connection, that you meet interesting people and different experiences and you share those with people. I think that's really fun. But in terms of actually the intellectual sort of where this is actually going, what is the purpose? How is it effective? What happened last year? What, is there a program here? Is there an agenda?
But did you come with a specific agenda of entrepreneurship, or you just came up from some social cause, want to find out how India is doing?
No, I think I'm pretty well versed about how India is doing, but I think I wanted to see more in terms of what the government is doing to promote, NRI sort of.
Do you know any country which has improved because of government and not because of people?
No.
Then why should we expect it?
But I do think, China, but China is a different in terms of it being, I mean, it's not a democracy, so it's a different kind of government. But to the extent that the government is really promoting this, promoting this idea that the Pravasi Bharatiya should come back and do something for the country, I would also want to see more implementation.
Well, I think today I interviewed a lot of NRI. I mean, if you go to the exhibit area, there are a lot of NRIs doing a lot of things in the rural areas, and they're doing it without support of the government. And you will see in my TV there is a lot of interesting story coming up with them. So I think people are doing very well without government here.
Right. No, I think people are doing well as well, but I'm also happy to see that the government is taking the initiative to do something to actually facilitate and make it. Because, for example, I met with someone from Dubai, and he was talking about how he had come here last year, met with some ministers. He's now setting up business here and how it's helped him. So I want to hear more stories where this kind of gathering actually promotes at the grassroots levels or at different levels. It actually leads to some implementation. That it's not just a social gathering, but there's something that comes out of this which actually continues throughout the year. So
I think if you go to exhibit area, you will see a lot of good implementation by the NRI people.
No, we've definitely been seeing that and been very happy to see that.
Okay.
But even I would want it to be more reflected in the panels and in terms of, how I found it intellectually a little less engaging than what I would have wanted it to be honest.
Okay, thank you. Cover a small NRI TV. So tell me, how is your reaction this year?
I'll get a much more meaningful,
That's no problem.
More purposeful meetings going to taking place now, especially in the sector of health and education. What NRI's contribution can be and effectively tackle the most critical problems facing the country.
Sir, 90% of the rural population don't have access to health. So, I mean, how do you think the NRI can step into that problem?
That is the focus of the current UPA government in the providing effective, affordable health all over the country, particularly the working sector, working class, agricultural workers in the rural area. NRI community with their vast, rich experience in the healthcare, providing healthcare. We have so many doctors, particularly in America. So they could contribute a lot in providing healthcare in the rural masses in India.
Sir, I have to tell you a true story. I'm from US Asia Business Forum. We have a lot of hospital owners, and their experience when they meet the State Minister of Health, I would say it's not very pleasant when they try to set up or adopt some model district for rural upliftment in the medical areas. So, you see, most of the health stuff is being done by the state government. Now, if state government is not responsive, how central government can step in?
State government and central effectively providing health, and they are welcoming, and if any people have any problem, I myself represent the NRI community. I myself an NRI back in Indian Parliament here. I'm always there to raise their issues and voice in the Parliament. Even today, if you see the Prime Minister's statement, he wants to provide a facilitation, one-stop facilitation center. If any doctors, any NRI community facing any problem, they can approach me. I am their representative. And most of the government are welcome.
Thank you, sir. So we'll be falling on your shoulder as a NRI then. Thank you for your message.
Thank you so much. Gujarat, as you know, has one of the highest growth rates that you have seen in the entire country, more than 10.2%. And we have one of the finest infrastructure, whether it is roads, whether it is telephone, whether it is healthcare, and you will never feel unhappy about it. Only thing is, do contact us first so that we could help you. The crime rate, I must mention, is the lowest in the country. The women in the streets of Gujarat are walking in the night, going to night shows very easily. You don't find much problem at all. And I request you, if you could send a message to everyone to join us on 12th and 13th, Vishwa Gujarati Parivar Mahotsav and International Kite Festival that we are having in Ahmedabad. An invitation can be extended. My mobile number is 099784061155. Please contact me and I'll help you out. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Entrepreneur staff. Well, I happen to be. I tried to work for some companies. It did not help me. So
no, but tell me, why did you choose to be an entrepreneur?
That's
I mean, what inspired you to be an entrepreneur?
Well, the freedom, and I want to be a decision maker rather than working under someone.
Well, decision making is always about the game theoretical analysis. Are you good at that?
Definitely a lot.
So tell me, what did you decide when you make the decision? I mean, your decision is based on which criteria?
Actually speaking, I would say it's the time management and the time at your disposal. I want to handle my time. I don't want to, be bound to certain things. So that's precisely why I chose to become an entrepreneur. Not really.
But are you product oriented or process oriented or service oriented? Your company?
See, I'm more of.
I mean, IT. What do you believe in future? Is it in product or is it in service?
I definitely say, think it's always in service because product is, it just ends there. Whereas when it comes to the service, there's a lot of long relationship with your client that goes.
So, do you have client in US right now, or?
I had clients earlier, and now I'm concentrating in my local market.
So, because the Indian market is booming, you want to capitalize on it.
Absolutely.
So, what area of IT you are looking into right now?